Welcome back to California Cooking. It's Easter weekend, and here's the menu I have lined up for you. A spring frittata, lamb chops with a fresh herb sauce, and festive and fun ideas for an appetizer and snack. Let's start with a spring frittata made with fresh ingredients from Apricot Lane Farms. It's a beautiful farm located just 40 miles outside of Los Angeles, and it grows more than 200 varieties of fruits and vegetables. Levi and I had such a great day harvesting produce, making friends with the cutest animals, and cooking up a delicious frittata to serve for Easter brunch. Hi, Molly. How are you?
How are you?
What an idyllic setting. I mean, the fact that you wake up to this every morning, what is that feeling like? To kind of come out here and go, wow, this is all ours.
It's wonderful. I can still remember the first day waking up on the farm, and there were calla lilies everywhere, and there was like dew on the grass. So every year when I see the calla lilies, it reminds me of just how lucky we are to be able to wake up in nature.
Yeah, and what a great story, because we're only about 40 minutes from Los Angeles, right? And do you guys feel like you're kind of city slickers that said, okay, we're ready for the country? How did it all come to be where you are now landowners? You have a working farm.
Totally. You know, I was really fascinated by how food can affect the way that you feel. Yeah. And so as I went deeper into that, I realized it was about the choices the farmer makes. And when I started to look for really great eggs, we realized that we couldn't really find what we were looking for. And we talked about, what if we did this? We were just living in an apartment in Santa Monica, and our dog also was barking his head off, and we thought, this will be a solution to our neighbor's problems, like find a land where he can run free.
You found it.
So the combo of that led us to a partnership with our current partners we still have, and then brought us to this beautiful piece of land, which is where we've farmed ever since, 12 years.
Was this farm already up and running and you bought it that way, or have you kind of done all the blood, sweat, and tears to get it to where it is now?
You know, honestly, we've done a lot of that work. Yeah. There were some mature lemons and avocados, but then you have to rehabilitate them whenever they become organic, because they actually don't know how to eat on their own. From there, we planted the 75 different varieties of fruit trees that are out in Block M. We planted, this entire garden didn't exist. This used to be an old dilapidated horse arena. Really? We put in the greenhouse, the garden barn. We just took what was an infrastructure that had a lot of different housing, a pond that we ended up restoring, but it was there. And we saw, oh, this has the pieces we need, but then we truly did have to kind of work from the ground up. The dirt was just like a parking lot.
Hundreds of fruits and vegetables on the farm.
Yes.
How many animals? Talk me through some of the things that you have.
We do have those over 75 different varieties of fruit trees. So that's like peaches, plums, nectarines, cherimoya, figs, persimmons, pomegranates, more and more. And then we're sitting in amongst one of our 2 garden areas. And so we grow all sorts of different types of vegetables here. Then we have sheep, chickens, cows, pigs, ducks, guinea hens who run around wild. They make these noises, which are part of our ecosystem.
And you finally got the eggs you've always wanted.
Finally got the eggs. We actually have a picture of like the very first egg that we got on the farm.
You're like, victory! All of the crops that we see and the fruit and the vegetables, did you sell to restaurants or people in the area? Where does all of this go?
Yeah, so we need to go direct to consumer as much as possible, because there's big packing houses for things like lemons and avocados, but when you do that, there's no premium for the regenerative side of what we are, which is the extra mile that will go for that soil. So we go direct to farmers markets mostly. We're in 4 different farmers markets. Then we have a farm stand on our land every Saturday, so folks can come out to the farm, and then there's a grassy area over here. They picnic and they're able to wander around, and we have tours that take place on that Saturday too. And then we are in some specialty retailers too, like Erewhon is a big customer of ours, and many others. Oh, you know what's there is we also have a beautiful lemonade right now.
Okay, tell me.
We have 2 flavors now, a orange blossom honey lemonade and a pomegranate lemonade. And we actually in May have another lemonade that's coming out called a tangerine.
Ooh,
oh, there's one right there.
Look at that.
Yeah.
You know what else is here, which this is, I wish I was, you know, I could go to school here because the fact that you have a farm school for kids.
Yeah, it's a really beautiful
Tell
thing.
me about, and your son goes.
Yes, my son does go. We initially wanted him to be schooled in a different way in connection with this land, and then opened it up to other children in the region. And they really are learning in connection with Mother Nature. There's 2 beautiful teachers up there that work with them daily.
I'm gonna leave my son here.
Oh, we'll take him.
There's also a documentary about your farm.
It's called The Biggest Little Farm. It came out in 2018. And we actually have a series that's coming out in 2024 next year that's going to be out on Disney Plus, Nat Geo tile of Disney Plus. And there's 12 episodes being shot right now by a team of people that are able to go so deep into the smallest bug on the farm and zooming out into some of our neighboring areas and what wildlife is affecting our farm.
We're gonna look around the farm today. We're also gonna cook a little.
Yeah,
together.
we are.
So what are we picking?
Okay, so we're gonna pick some leeks and some pea greens that we're gonna take into the kitchen and make a spring frittata. That's a recipe out of the Apricot Lane Farms cookbook.
I can't wait. Okay, Molly, these are the leeks.
Yep, this is a row of leeks. We're actually almost out of them. This is the last little bit. But you can see, so Levi, do you want to pick one? Here, you're gonna grab it kind of down low and wiggle and then pull. You want to try, and if not, I'll give you back up.
There you go. I see it coming up.
You got it. You got it. You got it.
Yep. Yes. Look at all the dirt.
I like when it's dirty.
Yeah, he loves dirt.
This is actually just cover crop on the farm. So we grow this and then we'll turn it under to bring organic matter.
But these are really pretty.
They are pretty, and these are actually peas.
So are these considered little sweet peas, or is
If we pick them, because we won't ever grow them all the way to maturity, but we can use these greens, which are delicious. And
you can eat these.
Yeah. What do you want to be when you grow up?
I'm gonna be a police and I'm gonna work here.
Nice, a policeman, and you can come volunteer on the weekends. How about that? So do you want to pick a few eggs?
Yeah.
Look, and there's a chicken right there.
Why is there a chicken right there?
Because she's laying her egg and she just happened to stick her head down there. But over here, you can reach in without being near the chicken if you want. There you go. Look. So that one's a green one. You picked a cool one.
I didn't know there were different color eggs.
Yeah.
I think this is my favorite color one. That one is so
I like the
pretty.
blue.
I want to see Jessica hold the chicken.
No thanks.
Yeah. Yay.
You want to put your hand on her wing there. There you go.
Okay.
Yep.
Yay.
Good job. You did it.
Take a picture.
I'm holding a chicken. Theo, look, I got a chicken in my arm.
Look at a baby lamb.
So these are Dorper sheep. So they have, this one has it's a black-headed Dorper. So he has a black head and white body. There are some white Dorpers that are in here as well, and they're all white.
Oh my gosh. And look, the dog's like, this is my buddy.
It feels like, it doesn't feel like animal fur. It feels like cloth.
Yeah. Hi. Look at this little baby over there.
That mama is basically saying,
Get away
from my baby.
My baby.
Yeah.
Oh, look how they're hiding in the grass. Or not hiding, they're just kind of hanging out in the grass.
He's so cute.
That's so sweet.
Levi, what do you think about bringing the leeks that we got from out there in here to make this spring frittata?
Isn't that cool? The
think
stuff
so?
we picked out of the ground.
I'm gonna cut off just the top and the bottom of the leek.
Okay.
And we're just gonna thinly slice this. And so then we have some of our Apricot Lane Farms olive oil. And we're gonna put a little bit of this into a cast iron skillet just to warm, and we'll start cooking our leeks. One thing I like to do when I'm cooking is just season as you go along, because it's gonna give you, the flavor is gonna build as it goes. These are some beautiful English peas. We don't have these in the garden quite yet, so we got these from the farmer's market, though we do grow them, so we'll have them in a little while. I also have some jarred artichokes. We grow artichokes too, not many, we just have a few kind of for our house. So you're just cooking this for a couple minutes to soften it as the base of your frittata. We made this pesto ahead of time. So in the book, it's made with spinach, but we had this beautiful Swiss chard from the garden.
Look at this.
And so we went ahead and used this Swiss chard with the pistachios to make the pesto. Once we cook these down, we're gonna add that pesto in there. But we need to crack some eggs. Have you ever cracked any eggs?
Yeah.
Do you wanna crack one?
Yeah.
Okay, Levi, give that a whisk, and I'm gonna add some salt. Okay.
Look at how pretty and yellow these eggs are.
Okay, a little bit of pepper. Over here, this is getting nice and soft and a little brown. So what I'm gonna do is take this beautiful Swiss chard pesto and add this in here. We'll take this, pour it into our frittata, kind of pour it evenly so it spreads. And now we're just gonna pop this in the oven.
Easy.
And we have to wait for a few minutes, then we're gonna add our cheese and then bake it a few more minutes, and then it's all done.
Oh my gosh, frittata, frittata
Frittata
time.
is done. The magic of TV. We have a finished
I
frittata.
love it because we just can't wait.
No, and so we spread a little cheese, baked it a little more. Now we can put some of those beautiful pea greens that we had from being
Look
down
at
at
that.
the garden.
And
on top
Levi's
here.
been snacking on these, and on top of that yummy goat cheese, we'll put our little peas.
Right.
There's no more inside of here.
Isn't that beautiful? Look at that.
Put a few
love
on there.
that.
And these little pea flowers are delicious too. They're edible.
That looks so springy and
Right?
pretty. Yes.
I know.
Mhm.
Do we
The
pass?
olive oil is so good.
You like it?
Oh my gosh.
I know.
The egg is so creamy, and then this chard, because pesto, anything green, you can make a pesto out of, and chard is,
And it's nice because it uses pistachios, so it's just a little different.
and it just feels really good for you.
It does,
Right?
yes, for sure.
Mine-
Everything from the farm.
Everything from the farm. This has been the best day ever.
It's been so fun. Thanks for
Thank you
coming, Jessica.
so much. Levi, what do you say?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks for coming, buddy.
Farmer in
and
the
farming for a
making.
day.
Yeah. Coming up, more festive dishes for your Easter Sunday menu. I'm gonna show you how easy it is to make these pretzel chick treats and mini carrot peppers. Then for my entree, I'm making lamb chops with a fresh herb sauce. If you've got family and friends coming over for Easter, here are 2 quick and easy menu items that guests can nibble on when they arrive. So we are gonna make a little Easter treat today. Sound good?
Fifi.
Okay, this is all we need. We need pretzels, and this looks like Velveeta cheese, but it is not. This is yellow, those candy melts. So these candy melts you can get on Amazon, you can get them at Michael's, and this is a cute yellow color because we're gonna make pretzel chicks. So can we place the pretzels in that direction? Pour that into the holes, spread it out. So we're gonna fill each pretzel. You don't want it to overflow because you wanna keep the shape. Are you looking forward to Easter?
Yeah, I'm looking forward for it.
You know, when Mommy was little, so growing up, I went to church every Sunday, and Easter Sunday was really special because everyone got dressed up, and even when I was really young, wore the Easter bonnet, and I'd get a new bonnet for Easter Sunday, and that was always a fun memory. So now we filled our little chicks, and they don't look like chicks just yet, but I'm gonna put them in the freezer for
Not
2 minutes.
yet.
So our chicks were in the freezer just for maybe 5 minutes, and now we've got the black gel and the pink gel, and I'll show you what we're gonna do. To make them look more like a chick, I'm gonna do eyeballs. Look at that! All of a sudden it looks like a chick. Their little beak, little chickadee. You know what? There's something kind of cute about them, but it's a fun little something to do together. Okay, little chicks. Levi and I are gonna make a cute little appetizer. So what we've got are these cute little, preferably orange, but I have some yellow because somebody might have eaten my orange peppers. So I'm gonna cut them in half. So I'm gonna pull the seeds out. Then Levi, you fill the pepper as neatly. Very good. You'll be amazed at what it looks like, maybe. This filling is, you know those flavored cheeses they have in the cheese and meat area by the deli? You could do a softened cream cheese, but this is like a herb and garlic soft cheese. Fill our little pepper, but you still want to see the orange bit. And then you do this. Watch, Levi. Then you take a little bit of dill, and it looks like a little carrot. How cute! That's it.
Wait.
That's the trick. What do you think? Good. I love that cheese. Cute little
This is
carrot.
the one that I made.
That's the one you made?
Yeah.
Well done.
Yours looks better.
Coming up, when you think of spring, you think lamb chops. That's gonna be the star of my Easter meal with a simple herb sauce. That's coming up next. This Easter, lamb chops are going to be the star of the show, and I'm gonna add a delightful spring twist. Take a look. When I think of springtime and Easter, I think of lamb. And I never really ate lamb growing up, but as I got older, I just associated lamb and lamb chops with springtime. So this is a quick, easy recipe, Easter Sunday, if you wanna grill them, if it's a nice day, or you can cook them on the stovetop. But the first thing I'm going to make is kind of a sauce, but it's gonna be with a bunch of fresh herbs. So I have rosemary, I have mint, I have dill, parsley, basil. I don't know, I love having fresh herbs around, and especially in the spring, and I just kind of put them in little glasses if I buy them at the store, and fill them with water and just set them out on the counter. And then I use them throughout the week. To make the sauce, you can use any of the fresh herbs. I think I'm gonna do all of it. It can't hurt, so mint and lamb go great together, so I'm gonna grab some mint leaves, some dill. Let's do some parsley. Rosemary, you know what, maybe not. I'm gonna do some basil. Rosemary can get a little strong for me, especially when it's not cooked. So basil, so you just wanna get a pile there, and then get to chop, and you could even run it quickly through a food processor. That would make life a little easier. This smells so good. I would say, all told, it's about a cup, fresh herbs. If you want, I have a little red chili, which I think could be nice, just a few little slices. Pistachios. So a handful of roasted, salted, they don't have to be salted, but I happen to have some salted pistachios, so I'm gonna add a handful of those. Rough chop, good extra virgin olive oil, some lemon zest, okay, and then the juice, some salt, garlic. I'm gonna grate some garlic, one big clove of garlic. Okay, you wanna stir it up, see how we're doing. Nice. A little more olive oil. And then I also might just give it a splash of red wine vinegar. And then this can sit. I mean, the longer this sits, the nicer it'll be, but you can also use it right away. Our beautiful lamb chops. So the only thing I'm gonna do to the lamb chops, I have some herbs de Provence, which is lavender, it's tarragon, basil, thyme, rosemary. It's got a bunch of things going on. If you don't have that, it's okay. You can just use salt and pepper because that's so flavorful. So just a little bit of this. And these cook up so fast because they're pretty thin. Salt, drizzle of olive oil, and that's it. My cast iron pan is screaming hot. I have no oil in it because I do think it's just gonna spatter too much. Lamb chops going down, and they already have a drizzle of olive oil, so. And these go fast depending on how you like your lamb cooked. Time to turn. I have not touched them. I salted the other side, by the way, but you want them to get nice and browned, and then you turn. Yes. You want to render that fat. Beautiful. You may smoke up the house a little, but turn the fan on, and then let those go just a couple more minutes, and we're done. Okay, lamb chops are done. Sizzling, brown, beautiful. Took only a couple of minutes. So the way I want to plate them, I have some labneh, some yogurt, and I want to put that down on a big platter. I'll show you what I'm going to do because everything has kind of this Mediterranean kind of vibe to it. Okay, a nice bed of yogurt, our lamb chops. We'll just nestle them in there, and our sauce. And this is what you do. Almost like a chunky kind of salsa going over. Chimichurri-ish, pesto-ish, but not blended up. One more thing to round out the meal. Easy roasted potatoes. I didn't peel them, I did not cut them. I just roasted them in the oven with some olive oil, salt and pepper, and that's it. You just place those around. I need to get in here and try this. Got a lamb chop with that beautiful sauce. That sauce is so bright. It's so lemony and fresh with all those herbs. Wow, is that good? I hope you try it. Okay, last bite. For all the Easter recipes featured in today's show, go to our Instagram page at KTLA California Cooking. That does it for us. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Happy Easter.